and I read a book entitled The Next 100 Years, and it looked at the superpowers, the United States being a superpower, and it looked at who's going to challenge the United States as a superpower over the next 100 years. It started in 2010 and then went every decade, and it would talk about a country that would challenge. And I think it's fascinating because the last country that it will challenge will be interesting to you, is in particular was Mexico.
Mexico.
Yes, it was fascinating, but it talks about the re-rise of China, the re-rise of Russia, things that we're experiencing now. And I just thought it was a fascinating book, but it also talked about immigration. And it talked about how, in 20, 30 years, we won't be talking about this whole immigration thing, that we'll all be working, all the industrialized countries will be competing for the immigrants, because most countries are falling in population, and we need those young workers.
Yeah, we're seeing countries like Spain, even Switzerland, or like European countries that people don't want to have kids anymore.
That's exactly right. And so this article that I read during the break that really helped me understand, that I referenced earlier, about that youngest two groups of employees, the 18 to 20-year-olds, the 20 to 24-year-olds, and how they're 5 million more. It also talks about a couple of things. It talks about the birth rate and death rate in America. And so the birth rate usually is at about 4.1 million per people pre-pandemic, and deaths are at about 1.5 million per year. Well, in 2021, we had 3.6 million people that were born and 3.4 million people that died.
So it's getting closer, very close.
200,000 difference. And then net immigration. And I know that unfortunately in the media, that we think of immigrants as purely as poor and uneducated.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's not the only immigrants. Those are good people that are coming that want to do better.
They're humans at the end of the day. They want a better life for their kids.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And in this country, all of us came from somewhere else.
Definitely.
Unless you're a Native American person, all of us came from
That is a really
somewhere
low
else.
percentage.
That's right. But net immigration in 2016 was a little over 1 million people. In 2021, it fell to less than 257,000, exactly for the reasons that you're referencing. That, to me, is also a huge concern about the future of this country. We need those immigrants. We need them. We need them to go to school. We need them. And we have so many talented immigrants that are coming from across the world that are in our universities, that are working on PhDs, among other things. We want to keep that talent here, because that talent is incredibly important for us to continue to be innovators, to continue to be a world leader in different areas in technology, et cetera. And so I really worry when we're seeing the birth rate and death rate come to 200,000, the immigrants coming to less than 257,000. I really believe that we're setting our state, our region, El Paso, our state and our country for economic challenges in the future without an increasing. If you're not a growing population, if you're stagnant or falling, there's a price to pay for that.